I work for has been there for 60 years. I've been there for 19 years, and we're asking Wells Fargo to keep the financing going instead of closing the doors July the 12th. I mean, they got $25 billion and they're not giving up any money, and that's not right, especially for the little companies. I feel that they should keep the financing going and keep the doors open and keep our jobs going. If they don't, well, the unemployment rate's going to go up even higher. We've got like 100 jobs there, and that's just 100 more jobs that's not going to be going, and unemployment rate's going to go up higher. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. I see ASME Council 31 out here. Thank you, ASME Council 31.
Yeah.
That's a good time. 31 years to Debio Huntsfinger.
First of all, I'd like to thank all of you coming and help support us. We really appreciate it because we all need our jobs. I mean, I've been there half of my life. And Wells Fargo can't do this to American people. What's going to happen? I mean, if it's going to be us, then it's going to be somebody else. We just can't let Wells Fargo do this to the small people. I was just devastated. I mean, you know, there's people down there that have families, houses, and they have their lives too, not only at work, but they have them at home. And if people lose their jobs, where are they going to live? Where are they going to go? And the economy is going to get better sometime. And I know if Wells Fargo would continue the money to Quad City, we could be profitable again. I know we can.
Yeah. That's absolutely right. This company didn't make it through 60 years without being a good company that provides a good product. Their customers love them. Their customers want them to stay in business. This is simply a matter of right now, everybody's producing a little bit less because the economy's down. So you don't have the same margins. That's why they need a little bit of financing to get through this period, and we need Wells Fargo to hold up their end of the bargain and do that.
I just want you to know that I've got the suit on, but I'm not a banker, you guys, all right? Phil wants to salute you for what you're doing right here. God bless you all for defending your families and your homes and your welfare to try and get this company to stay open. Can somebody explain to me what good it does to close another plant in the Quad Cities? 100 jobs.
No justice.
The skill and the expertise that we lose will never be replaced. I can tell you that my boss is working with, and I know that Bruce is too, working with Wells Fargo to try and keep this plant open. We've been talking to Wells Fargo a lot lately, and as you might have heard, and we want them to do the right thing. That's the whole reason we have a stimulus package from both presidents, Bush and Obama, to keep the economy going and to keep companies that are having a hard time, to keep them open, keep the doors open. Stimulate, that's the word. Yeah, and I tell you, to keep the money is shameful.
So enough is enough. I tell you this, and I believe this from the bottom of my heart, a harm to one is a harm to all.
Yeah, that's right.
And not only are they harming workers of labor unions, they are harming everybody in this community. And it's time that the community stand up, stand united against Wells Fargo, and we're going to force them to do the right thing. So I say that this fight does not end here today and end here right now. We will continue this fight for every job. We will fight for every job in this community from this day forward. Let's have that commitment here in this community and work with our congressman so we can get this job done. Thank you.
We're here to let Wells Fargo know that there's a simple demand here, which is to keep the financing going, to keep Quad City Die Casting open until there can be a new ownership structure set up to keep this company going another 60 years, just like it's been here 60 years. So they just have to keep the financing going to get through this recession and keep these jobs here. But unless and until they commit to doing that, they stand in default of their obligations to the American people. So we're going to serve them with this notice of default. Says, default, dear Wells Fargo Bank, you are hereby served with this notice of default on your obligations to the American people. You were given $25 billion in taxpayer money in order to keep the economy going. Instead, you are shutting down businesses here in the Quad Cities and throwing hundreds of local residents out of work. These actions are devastating to our community. You are hereby ordered to cease and desist the destruction of good jobs in the Quad Cities. Sincerely, the citizens of the Quad Cities. And we're going to publicly post that here right now.
Yeah. Post the sign. You hear that? A couple come by me and go, we got